All right, welcome back. With conventions behind us, campaigns are now in full swing. So, should the country's improving economic outlook be the issue that the Trump team latches on to with about 60 days to go? That's the question we want to pose to presidential political strategist and Newsmax analyst Dick Morris. Dick, good to see you again. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Got some good jobs numbers last week. Want to know what you make of it? We can pull them up right here. And you see, I mean, unemployment's improving. The numbers are generally good news for the president. What do you think here?
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think that ultimately the most important issue is going to be the virus, and second most will be the economy. The main thing that's happening now is that Biden's convention entirely focused on the virus, put all of his eggs in that basket. And if you believe the virus is getting worse, you're probably voting for Biden. If you believe the virus is getting better, you're going to vote for Trump. And most people are increasingly believing it's getting better, and it certainly is. And when you look at the chances of a vaccine in October, which he almost announced today in his press conference, I think that you're absolutely going to see the end of this virus, and you'll see a continuation of this job growth. And I do not see how Joe Biden wins that race unless he seals it.
You know, Dick, I want to ask you about this recent article, The Atlantic. Obviously, it's caught a lot of wind and people going crazy over it. But, you know, you talk about COVID being number one, economy being number two. Military is up there. Do you think, one, this is number three, and that this is going to have a weighing factor on voters, especially the military, come November?
No, not at all. It's discredited. There are anonymous sources. They tried to impeach the president over an anonymous source. This won't work either. You have to put this in context. The way the Trump people see this campaign is they're pushing themes: the virus, the economy, rebuilding, getting the country moving again. Biden is trying to interdict that process by a series of 1 day and 2 day and 3 day scandals that he cooks up with the media. And when Trump doesn't give him an opening for it, he invents it by fabricating words and putting them in Trump's mouth. And the media goes crazy. That's all the cover. It was like the Access Hollywood tape or the Gold Star Mothers, or his comments about John McCain, or whether he was involved with Russia or not. You have all of these scandals that the media tries to do to distract the country and Trump from his fundamental message. But the message is very clear. It's going to break through this. And nobody believes that Trump is saying that about the military. And,
Right.
you know, look, John Bolton is the guy who probably dislikes Trump more than anyone else in the national security establishment. And he says it didn't happen.
Yeah. No, and we talked about Bolton's book last week on this network and how it had nothing of that. And he was there. He was on that trip to France. Jennifer Griffin's reporting, and we just talked about this a few minutes ago, but I want you to get your perspective on this. Reports that the president thinks that Vietnam was a stupid war. Reports that he was very upset the day that all this happened. There's a number of different things that she confirms, but she does not confirm in her reporting, despite what the media seems to believe now, that the president has called the war dead from this country suckers and losers. That is not confirmed. And even today in the news conference, just a little while ago, he said that he'd have to be an animal to say something like that. Do you think people actually believe that he would make that comment?
No, not at all. And I think that Miss Griffin should leave journalism and go to advertising, which is where she belongs, fabricating, actually. I think that Trump does believe the Vietnam War was a waste of time. I think most of the people that fought believe that. I think he believes the Iraq War was an unnecessary war. I think most people believe that. He voted against it. Biden voted for it. And Trump has always had a non-interventionist side to him that I think is very important to the American voters. And I think this emphasizes it. But he has made clear a million times his high level of respect for veterans. He's given the military, I think, 3 pay raises. He's completely revamped the VA. So if you don't like the medical care you're getting from them, you can tell them to go fly a kite and walk around the corner to your own doctor, get your treatment, and the VA will have to pay him. So, you know, what more has a guy got to do?
Yeah, that's a great question. We only have about a minute left here, Dick. But we only have around 60 days left to election, a little less than that. What does the president really need to make his core message, not getting all wrapped up in what the media say? And obviously we've seen they're almost like a PR firm for Biden right now. What does he need to focus on?
Number one, that the virus is dropping. Number two, that the economy is surging. Number three, that Biden is too demented and old and senile to be president.
Dick Morris, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Good to see you. As we just said, the media refusing to ask Joe Biden the tough questions, almost embarrassing when he does take questions. We're going to show you just how weak their questions are when we come back. And also later, unmasking the COVID-19 death count with a big dose of reality. Find out why that number is quite deceptive when Spicer and Company continue.